Welcome back to another episode of the Cage Walk podcast with Kayla, presented by OddSmokerMMA. Today I have Matt SteamRolla Frevola here with me today. It is such an honor and pleasure to have you on. How are you doing?
Oh, thanks for having me. I'm doing good. It's a beautiful day here out in Long Island, and it's June now, so summer is in the air, so I can't complain.
And the weather up north this time of year is beautiful. I miss the north. I'm from the north. Um, and it's been hot where I'm at now. And it's just I miss the beautiful weather up north.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and just dive in. Just talk about what got you in MMA, a little about your military career and whatnot.
Um, so what got me into MMA? Well, I was always a competitor. I have a twin brother. We're always playing sports and always like competing growing up. I did a little taekwondo when I was a kid, broke some boards, got my red belt, but and then I wrestled. I wrestled in middle school, I wrestled in high school. I played football, played baseball, played lacrosse. And then I played a year of junior college football and lacrosse. And then once that you know, kind of ended, I found jujitsu. And then I fell in love with jujitsu and started fighting amateur and went pro. And it's uh, and then now we're here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you're such an entertaining fighter. I love watching you fight. Sorry,
thanks.
totally went out like my question. Um, so everyone who's a fan of you knows you
Oh,
started in the. Go ahead.
you wanted a little military in there too. So I really got, I always you know, thought about always wanted to join, wanted to serve the country. I mean, I was like, I'm a, an athlete, a competitor, like a warrior. I've always, but then when I was, always patriotic and all that, and then I was in college and I was going to University of Tampa, and I started taking the ROTC classes just because I was curious, and I really like just fell in love with. I just loved it all. It was all like, I was interested, and I started, doing the ROTC at school, and I got a scholarship for it, and then I was able to commission as a lieutenant and do 8 years in the reserves, and I was fighting the whole time while I was in the reserves. I was fighting amateur when I was in school in the ROTC as a cadet, and then I commissioned as a lieutenant, and I was still fighting pro while I was drilling with my unit monthly and 2 weeks in the summer, and even up until the UFC, I was still in the Army Reserves when I was fighting Jalen Turner, when I was fighting Luis Pena, um, and all my unit always supported it, and they were always pumped. They loved watching me fight, and yeah, I learned a lot of great stuff, met a lot of great people.
Well, I appreciate the background for sure. Want to get a little background on you before we got jumped into some things. And congratulations, you are a dad now. I know he's a few months old. Uh, how are you adjusting to training? And if you do work a full-time job and being a dad and a husband?
It's awesome. I love it. Um, yeah, I think we got a good schedule right now with me and my wife and our son. He's 11 months old. He's going to turn a year next month, which is insane. Um, but yeah, I bring him to the gym with me and I teach privates pretty much all day with him. And my wife works a real job. She goes to the city uh 3 days a week, and that's when cash comes with dad. He comes to work with dad, and I love it. And yeah, it's just it's like bringing out the best in me. I'm being and it's going great.
Grandkids change your life. I have a 4-year-old, and I miss the early
Uh,
toddler um age because she's 4 and she loves MMA. And
nice.
no, because she could put me in a rear naked choke now, put me in a gilly. She'll say, "Mommy, let me choke you." I'm like, "Oh yay!" So enjoy while he can.
She's learning the technique.
Yeah, she loves it. No, it's great. Being a parent's
You
definitely
gotta
life
you,
changing.
you gotta teach her the discipline now.
Yes, that's what we're working on. I'm trying to get her in something now. Um, yeah, I mean, but yeah, I mean, adapting, and it's hard. I feel like a lot harder for fighters to adapt to parenthood, just because you guys have so much to do with training, and then when you're in camp, and it's a lot. Oh no, you froze.
Uh, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, I'm back. No, I love that I could do everything with my son, and
Yeah,
that's kind of that's the priority. Whatever I'm doing for a living, I want him to be involved and be able to take care of him. And I'm sure once he grows and gets to go to school, we keep figuring it out. So for now, it's going great.
unfortunately, parenthood and life in general, there's no actual math. Just figure it out as you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I want to ask, because we loved it. Is there any chance that you'll be doing another collab with MJ Arsenal?
Oh yeah, I need to. That'd be so cool. I love Josh as the man. The steamroller is the best. Like
Yes.
I love it. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I definitely have got some collabs cooking.
Yeah.
So especially for my cannabis connoisseurs, I definitely have some good collabs coming. I got to talk with Josh though. We gotta get something like maybe a steamroller bong or something cool.
Something, because that's similar. We love it. And
Yeah.
we love it. It's great. And we're like, I wonder if you're going to come up with anything else.
Just
Uh,
wait. I'll just give you a clue. Steamroller pre-roller.
I wonder what that could be. No, I'm just kidding. That's awesome. I love to hear that. So there are some great fights coming up right now. We got UFC 317, UFC 318. I kind of asked your picks for the Ilya and Charles fight and what your thoughts on that fight are going to be.
I think Ilya is gonna win that one. Charles is great, but I think it's the Tapora era right now. I
Hmm.
think Ilya's toughest fight will be Armin Sarukian. That's the fight that I was hoping to see, but I think Charles will give him a good test, and I'm excited for that fight.
I really can't wait. I can't wait to see what they give us. Obviously, I'm going with Ilya as well. So can't wait for that one. And then the other one, um, Max and Dustin. Fighting in New Orleans. Um, what are your thoughts? I'm sorry. What are your thoughts on that fight?
Another banger. I feel like at 155, you could take the top 20 guys, and they're just all amazing fights. I think and Dustin and Max, at this point in their careers, Dustin's last fight. I think it's going to be a great one. But I hope, like everybody, I hope Dustin could go out on a win.
Mhm.
I think Poirier is the man, and Max is the man as well. But I hope Dustin could go away with a win.
Yeah, especially with the Zayn retirement fight, makes me so sad. I'm a huge Poirier fan, so I hate
Yeah,
that.
he's awesome.
It's the last dance, and it's just, you know, sad. um,
He's had a great career.
oh yeah, most definitely. And he's also too like you. I mean, so many fighters are just so down to earth and so nice, and he's one of them.
Yeah.
It's been cool seeing him fight in person. Um, all right, last fight question, I promise, and I'll get you off. Um, what are your thoughts on Islam moving up for JDM?
I like it. I think uh any champion who's kind of, you know, beaten all the contenders uh and then wants to chase greatness. I like that. I think that's cool. And but he's gonna have a tough time at 170, and I'm excited to see it. Uh but I'm like everybody else. I want to see Taporia and Islam as well. But I respect that Islam wants to go up and look for another belt up a weight class. He's chasing greatness, and you
Yeah,
got to respect that.
most definitely. Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
And
I
I
hope.
think he could do it. I haven't. I think Islam could do real well at 170. I think he could beat JDM, not easily, but we'll see.
Yes, I definitely don't think it'd be an easy fight, but
Yeah.
definitely I think it'll be a good fight to watch. Definitely a lot of action. So I'm looking forward to that one. And for the fans out there, Matt, what's it looking like getting you back in the octagon? We're ready to see you. We made that post for you, the graphic. There's people wanting you back in the octagon. I'd love to see you
Yeah.
back in.
Yeah, I appreciate it, and it'll happen. We'll end the year with a big win, and we'll see. You gotta go to my YouTube, Big Body Steam YouTube, and watch my last video if you want the inside scoop on what my next fight's gonna be.
All right, we all heard that. Go back to the last video on his channel and watch it so we
Big Body Steam YouTube.
big body see me too. Well, y'all go check it. That's gonna be my next question for you. For anyone new to view, watching anything, where can we find you on social media? Keep track of your story and your podcast and all that.
Yeah, I guess just follow me on social media, on Twitter, Instagram, my YouTube. I'm trying to get my YouTube going again. Start pumping out some vlogs. I'm going to New Jersey next week for Marab's fight. I'm pumped about that. Gonna vlog that, so that should be fun. And then Nazim Mace. He just Sorry, my cat just ran in front of a car.
Oh
He's good though.
I'm so
Uh,
excited. I was going to the Braun fight. I saw O'Malley that fight in Miami, and I want to go to O'Malley Murat this fight, but oh well.
there'll be other opportunities. But
Right.
thanks for having me. It was nice to talk to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And real quick, Matt, I want to thank you for joining me. And for those who don't know, Matt, you were one of the first people we did a design for. You were the first person to ever get one of our shirts, which is awesome. So to have you on here is really cool. I do appreciate you jumping on and taking time to speak with me.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day. See ya.